Good afternoon, everyone. This is Christian with PerfectStockAlert.com, a 100% free service for smart investors and traders. All we ask in return, please refer a friend. Today is Friday. It is October the 19th, 2012. We got a chart pattern analysis alert for you right here, looking at Electronic Arts Incorporated, ticker symbols EA. Break out the old tools here. Here's your symbol. Now you can see that this chart, well, first off, let's consider the fact that the markets are peaking there. We're going to talk about that in later's video when we actually go over the markets. But because you know that, you need to be looking for sell opportunities or individual charts that are actually going to be following the markets lower. In this particular case, we're looking at Electronic Arts. You can see, and there's multiple ways you could draw this. The first way we've drawn it out here would simply be a head and shoulders formation. The first shoulder pulls down to the low point, bounces and starts the formation of the head. Notice a higher high here than the previous one. That's what indicates it's the head. Starts moving lower again here. Doesn't always have to take out the previous low, but it helps when it does. It can help add confirmation to the overall chart pattern analysis. Then you start to break up here again, forming that second shoulder formation here, and now we are rolling over. Again, you'll notice the ultimate oscillator was up above the 70 line when you were getting your peak area situations in both cases. That's perfect. That's everything that you would want to see there. You can actually start selling this now. We'll talk about that in a minute. And you want confirmation by closing below this neckline. We simply draw a neckline from the low point of the actual low close of the start of the head formation and the low close of the actual end of the head formation. So that's where you draw your trend line off of. Once you've closed below that, you'll be confirming the head and shoulders formation here. So let's say you were actually to sell off next week and close down here. At that point, you would simply take the high point, 1464, and draw a line straight down to the neckline, measure that out mathematically, and then subtract that from the breakout point, give you an idea of how low you expect to go before price actually finds some kind of a bounce point or a pivot point or something of that nature. This, again, if you look at this chart, you can see there's a substantial move to the downside in play here, and that's why I'm bringing it to your attention. Now, there is another way we can draw this chart out, so let me go ahead and clean this up. For those of you who may not be familiar with the head and shoulders formation or any of the other major chart patterns out there, you can go to our website at PerfectStockAlert.com, and we've got a video going over 20 major, or these very powerful chart patterns that we think you should know. You can check them out there. Each one's about 5 minutes long, and it'll teach you everything you need to know. For those of you guys who are just basically trend trading, you're not really looking at patterns and things of that nature, that's fine too. Here's what you would do. You look at this high point here, you look at this lower high here. It's obviously clearly in a downtrend like that. And then you could simply see that the low point here and the lower low here is also in a downtrend here. So what you have in this case would be a bearish channel, or basically you've got a low point, high point, lower low, lower high, and you obviously want to trade in the direction of the trend. That trend is down, you would be selling here, and that would make sense. And here's another thing to think about. Whenever you're in a bullish uptrend, you look for buy opportunities at or below the 50-period moving average. When you're in a bearish downtrend, you look for sell opportunities at or above the 50-period moving average. This is a red line right here. So you can see that you are not too far advanced on the sell side to get involved here. This is actually just getting started from that perspective. And now you know. If you've not been to the free website at PerfectStockAlert.com, it's right there. It's 100% free, and all we ask in return, please refer a friend. God bless. Take care. See you in the next one. Please take a moment to review our disclaimer. The information provided herein is our opinion only. Under no circumstances do any statements here represent a recommendation to buy or sell securities or make any kind of an investment. You are responsible for your own due diligence. To summarize, we do not provide investment advice, nor do we make any claims or promises that any information here will lead to a profit, loss, or any other result. These videos are for educational purposes only.